We'll do it live.
Lowe's knows how to help make your Super Bowl 59 party a touchdown. Let us help you prep your home.
What do you call this office?
Top brands like Charbroil, Blackstone, and LG.
Yay.
So you can be the MVP of game day. Plus,
Can we have something a little gayer, please?
to find what you need for a seamless shopping run, or huddle up with our Lowe's Red Vest Associates.
Nothing. Obviously, I hang out with Justin as much as I can. Yeah, sure.
Our daughter Jessie
They already know.
playing detective.
A clue.
But
Isn't this like a skybox or something like that?
detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But
Everybody appreciate you in the room already. I'm getting yelled at. It's cool.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide.
There he
clean. Doesn't
I just
leave
smelled
behind
that.
Residue like dyes or perfumes.
What's up, Mr. Snyder?
What's going on,
And
sir? How are you?
Closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got
Flash,
to be Tide.
because we're hearing this in the backdrop, you got to tell us when to go.
Save money on car insurance.
Okay, 45 seconds
Those people are probably saving up car
until the intro.
now. So what are
Big
you
B, how are you, sir?
State first for a
Hey, man, what's going on? Hell of a win for you guys. I'm shocked you're not on one yet.
What's that?
I said I'm shocked you're not on one after that one. That was a beating.
Yeah, I'm just happy right now. I have one more game, baby.
All right, guys, 15 seconds here. Stand by.
Brian, pick up your volume just for a second.
Pick up
And
my
Q, if
volume.
you can't hear it for some reason, I'll just point at you when to go.
Okay, point at me.
All right, stand by, boys.
It's the Gambler. Nobody brings Philadelphia fans closer together like the Green Legion. From tailgates in South Philly to invading enemy territory, this group is home to the true Philadelphia sports fan. Now, their party hits the airwaves. Quimby, Michael Diaz, Chris Sachs, Slash, and Super Sam always keep the conversation going. So crack a beer, take a shot, and join the virtual tailgate now on Green Legion Radio.
Everybody, it's a beautiful day in Philadelphia. And even better, I am absolutely pissing off everybody in this room right now. I promise that's the last I will scream. I have been granted access by the constituents of Xfinity Live to actually host this big game in the Big Easy Show in, well, Justin's office, which I still think is the lamest title for this room ever. But so I'm going to try not to piss them off. And if anybody wants to see, there they are. Yep. And everybody turn their head. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you to Xfinity Live, honestly, for once again hosting a fantastic year of tailgates. And Megan F., who's been working with me all year and is probably as annoyed as I am working with myself. You guys, birds, baby, birds. It's tough to contain the animal inside right now, but I'm going to, because one, I don't have a voice, and two, I'm tired as hell. But I'm not sober. I was getting yelled at, by the way. That's a fun story for another time. But you guys, it's a beautiful day in Philadelphia. It's always sunny. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. And I am joined right now by Slash back in studio, who was kind enough to come in and do this. And also my good friend, longtime friend, and partner on a lot of big events, Brian Snyder, down in Baltimore, owner of Big Game Travel. Brian, first of all, thanks for being here. I know you have stuff to do in the morning, and hearts to you. We're not going to talk about it. Just I'll be thinking about you when I wake up tomorrow, and I'll be thinking about you all day. So I appreciate
before you go to bed.
What's that?
Don't think about me before you go to bed, though.
No, it's okay. I pop my shoulders, so there's nothing I can do, on this side. Slash, thank you once again for agreeing to do this. You went home, and then I asked you to come back in studio in Ballackinwood to do this.
Q, it was either this or climbing grease poles on Broad Street, so I decided to do this instead.
Climbing grease poles, See, I have to,
Pause.
I guess, say that now to compensate for Justin's office, but it's all good at this point. All right. So the purpose of this show, and we only have 30 minutes. We're probably going to take a break in the middle as well. We're going to the Super Bowl again, baby. And I can only say Super Bowl a couple times without worrying about getting a cease and desist. So we're just going to call 2 weeks from now, the Green Legion experience, the big game in the Big Easy. And I love that title. Brian and I have both agreed on that. It's going to be our title of our swag. Lou, Vanderman, Russ Taylor, love you. Michael Couch, holy hell, good to see you. I have to remember as well that I'm on Fox Sports The Gambler 102.5 FM right now and not just StreamYard, so I can't cuss. You guys, let me preface everything. It's difficult to talk about a big game package when anybody that suggests you jump the gun can throw the mo at you and say you were the one that jinxed the whole thing. So we haven't been talking about it, but, Brian, not me, Brian has been working on these big game packages since May, since the schedule was released. And I am thankful enough to have him as a friend and as a partner. I want to throw this to him real quick because if you looked on our website, greenlegion.com, you have seen that we are not scrambling to find crappy hotel rooms 30 miles away from New Orleans. And it's because Brian has gone out of his way and actually has experience with this. Brian, why don't you tell everybody what our accommodations are going to be for our big game package?
First of all, how about them birds? I mean, that was
Yeah.
that was a whole different of a game there. We were obviously texting back and forth in the third quarter and started to get a little dicey. Thought that they might, the Washington's been that question this year, but you guys pulled through, and it was cool to see Shipley get that last touchdown. I mean,
Right?
He ran out a little steam, but they made sure they got him in there in the at the end. But
it was also fun watching that game get a little angry there for a hot second.
Yeah,
I haven't
you guys
seen
were
Saquon angry like that his entire career.
You guys were in Lattimore's head. I mean, rent free in that head.
And
So,
Frankie Louvu, both of them.
Right?
So
Hold on,
again,
real
we're
quick.
watching-
Has anybody ever heard in an NFL game the Washington Commanders have been warned if they continue to do this, we'll give the Philadelphia Eagles the score? Did you hear this? Any of you?
Oh, it was
Have
on
you
TV.
ever heard that in an NFL game?
And somebody had a good point. I would love to see how that goes up in the stat sheet too. Who gets credit? The refs?
Vegas didn't know what to do at that point.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Over under half a touchdown by the refs tonight.
Never heard that before.
What-
I'm sorry,
what was-
Brian.
quick-
Please, throwing it to
quickly,
you right now. Tell everybody about where and what we're doing when it comes to our accommodations.
So, I mean, everybody, you can go online, you can look at flights, you can look at that. Q, you got the nonstop charters lined up. That's first and foremost, that's one of the toughest things. Getting them down to New Orleans, direct flights out of PHL. We'll get into New Orleans. We'll land
At
Coach
9 a.m. on Friday morning.
Yep, coach buses will pick us up. They're going to take us directly
And-
downtown.
Just so you know, our departure time right now is slotted Monday, 2 p.m. So after we are celebrating on Sunday, we don't have to get up early.
That's that's a huge part of it too. But so to put the trip into the nutshell, we land, we head down to downtown New Orleans, past the Superdome, and our ship will be docked prominently downtown New Orleans. This is the Green Legion ship. I mean, there's much more to say about it. Carnival Cruise Line. Green Legion.
No, there's a
Green
lot
Legion.
to say about it because you had experience with this in 2013.
It is
So
a wow.
Our
factor.
accommodations are not in a hotel. Our
No.
accommodations are on the river.
And did we mention that it's only our group? So it's no one else. This is exclusively, the Green Legion Cruise Lines.
Love this. Tell us about your experience in 2013 with this, and also talk about some of the aspects that are included in this that you won't see in other packages.
So every day, breakfast and lunch. We're not talking buffets. We're talking order from the menu, made to order meals. That's a big financial burden in itself.
Right? Can we say that we know that every restaurant or food establishment anywhere in New Orleans during Super Bowl weekend, they're going to jack their rates through the roof?
And weights. You get in, you eat, and you get out, and you enjoy the experience in New Orleans. So
we don't have to worry about that. Breakfast and lunch included every day. Friday when we get in. Oh, and I would like to bring up our host. Everybody, a lot of people say that a Super Bowl tailgate or a Super Bowl pep rally is based on who is there. And I have the honor and privilege of announcing that Trey Thomas will be with our travel group the entire time, from the flight down through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the flight back on Monday. That's only one player. What you're going to find out, and Brian, you can attest to this, a lot of players aren't going to make decisions about events right away. And we're also, as an organization, and now our third foray in this, we're not going to make decisions about players very quickly as well, because we want to provide you with at least three former Eagles at our pep rally on Saturday, which, by the way, is at Pat O'Brien's. I'm sorry, may I say that again? We are the only organization in history, I tell you this with no lie, the only organization in history that Pat O'Brien's has closed down their bar for our event. We did it in September for a pep rally party. They loved us. They want us back again. So Saturday from 7 to 10, pep rally once again. And in addition to Trey Thomas, we are going to have at least two other former Eagles. And for the tailgate, same scenario. Brian, you can explain this. It's a bit of a chess match.
There's also a special event that's occurring at that pep rally. It's going to be how many hurricanes can Quimby consume?
Can't wait for my type 2 diabetes to enjoy that. More sugar, baby. More sugar.
Yeah. So as far as the players go, these parties are going to be the cream of the crop. I mean, we're not going to let y'all down. Whoever's on this trip, these players are going to be top notch. There's a lot that goes into selecting these players. We don't want players that are just coming for the photos. We want players that are there to celebrate Philadelphia in New Orleans.
Well said, sir. And we have those players lined up. We're just trying to figure out exactly who is the best fit. Right now, can't tell you how much Trey Thomas is the best fit to be our host player. Now, once again, Brian, why don't you also tell them about Friday? Because this is a fun experience that you wouldn't normally have. It's an extra event.
So we're getting in early enough Friday that you're going to have your whole day in New Orleans. But upon boarding the ship, they're already going to have lunch ready for us. So we get on the ship, we have lunch. You guys can wander off. In addition to that, we're going to do our welcome party on the ship.
On the sun deck.
Enjoy some drinks, enjoy some food, get the party started right. And then from there, I think we're just all going to head to Bourbon.
I love that. In addition, well, let's get into the crups. All right. Once again, our accommodations, riverboat cruise ship. I don't know what anybody's telling you. I have some things to say about Bullseye Barbecue because we worked with them in New Orleans in September, and none of it's good. And I actually don't want to talk about it because our competition is using them. I promise what we deliver will be exactly what you're looking for. I'd rather say that. And at some point in time, I'll tell this story, but I don't want to be the guy that is suggested was costing somebody business because I had a vendetta. No, we don't have a vendetta, but we have a lawsuit. So I'll tell you that much. But on that note, pep rally Saturday night, the world famous Pat O'Brien's. I say this in a manner that suggests I'm really excited about it, and you're damn right I am. Because once again, we're the only organization in the world that has ever been able to get Pat O'Brien's to work with us on a private party over a weekend during an event. We had this in September. It was fantastic. Their staff, by the way, wow. You want to talk about people that know what they're doing? When you see the hippie beards all over the bar, you know these guys know what they're doing. It is amazing. They are so lightning fast. Lightning fast. And by the way, that's not going to help my hurricane count. Thank you, Brian. But these guys are just lightning fast when it comes to making drinks, getting everything together for you. It's awesome in every capacity. And we're the only group they work with in the world, period, historically, from day one. So from 7 to 10, on the menu, no food. This is a pep rally party. Go eat something else before. And then from 7 to 10, top shelf open bar, including unlimited hurricanes from 7 to 10. And once again, Trey Thomas will be our host. There will be at least 2 other players at that event that you can mingle with, get photos from. No autographs. We know the autograph thing doesn't work during the Super Bowl, but pictures all day long. Hey, this is me. I partied with Trey Thomas in New Orleans over the Super Bowl. It's what we're looking for. Brian, let's take 60 seconds. Slash, can we do that, or do you want to say something else, Brian?
We take 60.
Let's take 60 seconds. We're just going to hear one or two messages from our sponsors, and then we're going to come back and finish this up. Going to talk about pricing and everything else that you need to know. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back 60 seconds.
You're clear. I don't know if I can do 60 seconds.
What do you need?
This break is 3:20.
Then 3:20 it is.
Actually, I can get this.
Understand what's going on in those very unique communities. iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that
you can go all the way up till 8 o'clock on the dot too.
To touch customers with a local feel, but at a national scale, is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers.
What's happening in this game?
Data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
All right, 2 minutes.
Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and member FDIC.
Brian, anything else you think we should go over?
Any cuter?
No, I think we can just quickly touch on the tailgate. That is going to be delicious New Orleans themed food. We're still finalizing those details.
Do we want to talk about the tailgate and how we haven't selected our location yet? You want to do that?
No. I don't think we need to touch on that. I think we just say that still finalizing the details of our tailgate, and it's going to be a Green Legion tailgate, and also touch on the Super Bowl experience, and maybe where the ship's docked with the Shaq party and the Sports Illustrated.
You know what?
Party.
Why don't you handle that, because you all right. And then when you're done talking about that, I'll talk about everything that's included, price, and we'll get out of here.
Okay. You want me to touch on tailgate as well?
Sure. Yeah. Excellent.
It's still remaining seasonable with
All right, 1 minute.
high of 42 degrees, but winds kick up into the afternoon up to about 30 miles per hour.
This report is sponsored by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. Learn how podcasting can help your business at iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hi, I'm Pamela Knight, Vice President of Philanthropy and Community Impact at Wells Fargo. We're proud to sponsor the 33rd Annual African American Children's Book Fair
Jesus.
on Saturday, February 1st. From 1 to
Chiefs are gonna win this shit, aren't they?
Yeah.
Huh?
Look at you.
No, I want the Chiefs to win. I want the Chiefs. Fuck them.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Celebrates literacy and opportunity. Call 215-878.
And everybody, Green Legion Radio, the big game in the Big Easy show, broadcasting live from Justin's office here at Xfinity Live. We're also on 102.5 FM Philadelphia right now, and on our YouTube channel. Make sure you listen to this, pass this to friends, show them the link, whatever we got. We only have 10 minutes left here, and we have a lot to get through. I'm going to throw this to Brian right now. He has a couple things to talk about. Brian, take it away.
So we'll continue to talk about the Green Legion cruise lines, as we're going to refer to them. This ship is going to be docked directly where you want to be in New Orleans, walking distance to everything.
From what I understand, right next to Shaq's ship.
We are docked right outside of where the Shaq party is. You know, Super Bowl, you know the parties are what it's about at Super Bowl. The Shaq party is one of the biggest parties. The Sports Illustrated party, one of the biggest parties. Our ship is docked right there. You'll be able to hear it right from our sun deck. And let me mention as well, every room has a balcony. So every room on the boat has a balcony.
You know what? Great point, because sometimes you get those interior staterooms. No, on this ship, on this boat, everybody has a balcony. There are no enclosed rooms at all.
Yep. So, that's the weekend. In addition to that, we're including the Super Bowl experience at the convention center, which is what you want to see. You get to see the Lombardi there. There's players all over the place. It is the event that you definitely want to experience while you're at Super Bowl. It's everything under one roof. And then let's throw in the tailgate. Everyone's going to get an absolute out of this world menu, New Orleans themed. Hugh, I know we've gone back and forth with some of these menus. We're still finalizing the exact details. That's why you don't see it posted yet. But we can assure you, you will not be let down. The bar is going to be the top level of the bar. The food is going to be out of this world. This is going to be an absolute amazing experience in New Orleans.
And that's one thing to note. The best part about New Orleans and this particular situation is that we're not scrambling to find a tailgate location. We're actually taking our time selecting who we want to work with, because there are so many options. And once again, we have our man with a plan, Dan Flynn, down in New Orleans, our guy who is and has been our caterer since 2010, I think, in New Orleans. 2010. He's the one. Well, if you went on our New Orleans trip this last year, he was the one that catered the trip at Club 50, Club 40, whatever the hell it was. Their indoor venue right inside Champion Square. The food was amazing. You're talking about legit, actual Cajun food. Catfish, oysters, po' boys, boiled shrimp, jambalaya, etouffee. Everything that you love from Cajun cuisine is going to be on our menu. And that should be finished. We'll probably have details out about that around Tuesday, but understand and know that best part now is we're just selecting that which we think is the most beneficial for you guys. Now, on that note, I know you guys are wanting to hear some of this stuff. So charter nonstop flight, leaving 7 a.m. on Friday, getting in at 9 a.m. Part of the Green Legion experience. You will get off the plane, steps off the plane. You will immediately go to buses. You do not go in the airport. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200. You literally get on buses, and they will concierge your bags with that to the dock. You don't even go inside the airport. There is no bag claim. This is all private. It's fantastic. Same on the way out, right? The private charter that gets you to the boat will also have a charter bus 24/7. Well, it's not 24/7, but there's a window, Brian, for anybody that wants to go to Bourbon Street. There is a shuttle. There's going to be a shuttle bus that runs you the entire time.
Yep, it's walkable, but we'll have the shuttle just in case.
Friday Sun Deck party for 2 hours, hosted by Trey Quimby and Brian Snyder. How are you, sir? Once again, breakfast and lunch on the boat every day. Saturday night pep rally party at Pat O'Brien's. Sunday tailgate will be a 4-hour tailgate. Once again, top shelf food menu coming soon, as well as the location. Do you want to tell them about the drum line?
If you've never experienced one before, the brass band marching down the street, the road shut down, everyone staring, Eagles fans galore rolling into the Superdome to let them know that they're for Super Bowl LIX.
Everybody, I'm sure you want to know what the price is, so let's get to it. With flight and upper level game ticket, 2 people in a room will be $11,995 per person. That is, Brian, what? Maybe $600 or $700 more than what our package was 2 years ago. And you're talking about a
more detailed experience. This experience,
yeah, and a much better experience. And honestly, we were at a Holiday Inn. I think it was a Holiday Inn Express, right?
It was.
And I get it. You know, I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
It was a great trip. It was, you know,
it was a great trip, but it was a Holiday Inn Express. This is American Cruise Lines. This is such a different experience and almost the same price. So for flight and upper level game ticket, $11,995 per person, $14,995 for a single. Without flight, a land only package and your upper level game ticket, $10,995 per person, $13,995 for a single. These are all prices that are within everybody's framework here and not giving you anywhere close to the experience. With flight and no game ticket, $8,995 per person for 2 people in a room. Single. Oh, wait. Did I do that wrong? Oh, single, $5,995. Sorry. If I didn't do that wrong. Yay. No flight and no game ticket. 2 people to a room, $7,995 per person. Single, $4,995. All right. Is that right, Brian? Did we do that accurately?
Which one was it? My apologies.
It's okay. If not, we'll figure it out by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, you guys go to greenlegion.com. All right, we're going to have to bust out of here in a hot second. But go to greenlegion.com for all details and get signed up. We only have 170 people for this flight. And after that, we'll go to a wait list for another plane and another boat. The boat holds 180 people. And that's it. It's small. It's unique. It's elegant. It's spacey. Ton of room. And you guys are going to love this package. And damn, go Birds, baby. Go Birds. Brian, anything else to add?
Let's go Birds.
Love it. Love it.
Let's get it.
All right, you
Let's
guys.
get it.
We appreciate you. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
In this week's Marketers
Clear.
Report, influencers in uncertain times.
Love you guys. Appreciate Brian. Stay here.
All right.